The Battle of the Sacramento River took place on February 28, 1847 during the Mexican-American War, about 15 miles north of Chihuahua, Mexico at the crossing of the River Sacramento. American forces numbering less than 1,000 men defeated a superior Mexican army which led to the occupation of Chihuahua. Background: on February 8, Colonel Alexander Doniphan's force of 924 soldiers and 300 civilians left El Paso del Norte for Chihuahua despite learning John E. Wool had abandoned his march there. Major Samuel Owens had the civilians formed into a battalion along with the caravan of 312 wagons. On the 25th of February, they reached the Laguna de Encaniles, where they learned of the Mexican defenses prepared for them. Governor Trias had built up a force under the command of General Jose A. Heredia, consisting of 1,200 cavalry, 1,500 infantry, 119 artillerymen and 1,000 rancheros. They had constructed a redoubt near the Hacienda Sacramento where the El Paso Road crosses the river, and at Hacienda El Torreon 2 miles to the west. At sunrise on February 28, the last day of February, the Americans took up the line of march and formed the hill wagon train into 4 columns with the artillery and mounted men in the middle. 3 companies screened the front. When the Americans arrived within sight of the Mexican defenses, Doniphan made a reconnaissance of the enemy positions. 23 separate works had been dug for 12 4-9 pounders and 9 lighter pieces. Battle: Doniphan used his cavalry to screen the movement of his force parallel to the Arroyo Seco and to the right and out of range of the Mexican artillery. Doniphan formed the wagons into a fort after crossing the gully onto a plateau. A Major Meriwether Lewis Clark, Sr.'s guns fired onto General Garcia Con's lances, forcing them to flee. Doniphan's men approached the southernmost Mexican earthworks, held by Heredia's best troops. Doniphan ordered Captain Richard H. Wademan's twin howitzers to the front accompanied by Captain Reed's force of mounted cavalrymen. Major Owens was killed in the charge, but Missourians took the fort. Trias attempted a counterattack, but his lances were halted by canister shot. By 5 p.m. the fighting was over. Aftermath: unable to defend Chihuahua, Trias fled to Paris. Doniphan commented, "The fire of our battery was so effective as to completely silence theirs." Doniphan's men marched into Chihuahua on the 2nd of March and on the 23rd of April was ordered to bring his men to Saltillo, reaching Encantada on the 21st of May. Gallery. Additional reading: Brooks, N.C. Complete History of the Mexican War. Grigg, Elliott and Amp Co. Philadelphia 1849, pp. 271-280. Listing of 1846-1848 US Army casualties. Cook, Phillips, George. The Conquest of New Mexico and California, an Historical and Personal Narrative. Albuquerque, New Mexico, Horn and Wallace. p. 89.